Be sure to punch the button so we can hear you loud and clear. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman Durbin, Ranking Member Grassley, and members of the committee. I am Congresswoman Joyce Beatty, Chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, representative for Ohio's 3rd District, and a proud HBCU graduate. It is an honor to appear before you to express my strong and unwavering support for the nomination of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Supreme Court of the United States. As the nation has learned during these hearings, Judge Jackson is an exceptionally qualified jurist of unimpeachable character. As chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, I speak on behalf of 59 members of Congress, including 28 Black women and 31 Black men, together representing 17 million Black Americans and 82 million Americans. For over 2 centuries since our country's founding, the court consisted exclusively of white men. Of the 115 justices, 108 have been white men. Judge Jackson would be only the 6th woman and the first Black woman to serve on our nation's highest court. If confirmed, she would shatter a glass ceiling that many Americans, including those who fought and died for voting rights, a more perfect union, and a just America, believed that they would never live to see it broken. As a Black woman myself, I urge this body to remember that Judge Jackson's confirmation vote must not be isolated to her gender or to her race. Instead, I urge you to closely examine her credentials and her sterling judicial record. To me, they read like a storybook for a perfectly prepared jurist to sit on the nation's highest court. She is grounded in family values, love of God and country, and academic excellence. In my recent conversation with her, it became immediately clear why President Biden chose her. Her life experience, education, and reverence for the rule of law clearly demonstrate that she has been preparing for this moment her entire life. Senators this week quoted Dr. King, and as I am reminded to paraphrase, King said, "Give us the ballot so we could put judges on the bench who will do justice and love mercy." Judge Jackson will do exactly that. Sadly, but not surprisingly, Judge Jackson has been the subject of unfair attacks. These bad faith efforts exist despite a resume that arguably surpasses those of previous nominees. I remind this body and America, just last year, Judge Jackson was confirmed by this body on a bipartisan vote to serve on the D.C. Circuit Court, and that she clerked for Justice Breyer, whose very seat she is being considered for. Judge Jackson's confirmation will send a message to Black women and little girls like my granddaughter Leah, whose mother is the first Black woman to serve on the 10th District Court of Appeals. And Leah's first known president was a Black man, and now she sees a Black female vice president. So if a guidance counselor tells her, "Your goals are too high," she will remember how Judge Jackson soared against adversity as one of our nation's brightest legal minds. I want to be crystal clear. Judge Jackson will be a judge that will serve all of America, and all of America can be proud of. Watching Judge Jackson sit at this very table, displaying poise, grace, courage, and brilliance, no matter what was thrown at her, reminds me of the sheroes whose shoulders she stands on. From Ida B. Wells to Rosa Parks to Constance Baker Motley, the first Black woman to argue at the Supreme Court and the first Black woman appointed to the federal judiciary. These heroic Americans and Judge Jackson remind me of this phrase: senators, never limit yourself because of others' limited imagination. Never limit others because of your own limited imagination. Lastly, the Congressional Black Caucus, often called the conscience of the Congress, is calling on all senators to dig deep into their hearts and minds to unequivocally stamp out any unconscious or conscious bias or discrimination as this process moves forward. CBC stands with Judge Jackson to ensure that she will be treated with the dignity and respect she serves. Let's change America and confirm her with a bipartisan vote. Thank you.